What is up, everybody? It's Saintsfan, and today I am going to be doing a rare car guide, and I'll get more into what this video is about in a second here. But if you do enjoy this video and thought it was helpful, then let's see if we can hit over 2,000 likes on this video. That would be absolutely insane. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome GTA content. So what this video and the next couple of videos on my channel are going to be is a car guide. A lot of you guys seem to want that, and I figured I might as well make an ultimate sort of car guide or rare car guide for the cars in GTA Online. Now, even though I say rare, some of these cars aren't as rare as others. Most of them are pretty not seen. I mean, some of them, yeah, you see occasionally every now and then, but for the most part, most of them aren't. They're in specific locations, and that's basically what I'm showing you guys where to find them at. Also, there's going to be 4 parts initially to this series. I have about 30-ish cars, so I figured 5 to 7 cars each per video, and that gives me a perfect length because I don't want the videos to be too long and I don't want them to be too short, so that's good. Also, there are no cars in here except for the route loader. I'll get into that in a second, but there's no cars in here that you can't put in your garage, so that means no supercars, none of that. If you guys want me to show you where supercars are even though you can't put them in your garage, let me know in the comments and I can do that. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the cars. So the first car we're going to start off with is the rat loader, and the reason I am doing this is because I have something interesting to tell you guys. I've said it before in a video, but maybe some of you guys haven't heard about it, so I figured I'd let you guys know again. First of all, this spawns in Sandy Shores. As you can see, this is just one of the locations. Sometimes it spawns in other people's driveways, and sometimes you'll see it just driving around. But if you come up in Sandy Shores near where Trevor lives, that is actually the best spot of where you're going to find it. Now, at the moment, you cannot put it in your garage, which kind of sucks because a couple packages ago, you could, and a lot of people legitly put it in their garage, upgraded it and stuff like that, and then Rockstar took it out. Well, obviously, Rockstar acknowledged that that was their fault, so in, I think, the next patch, I don't think they've said if it's the next patch or what, but they did say that in one of the upcoming patches, they're going to make the rat loader available again for free, and you can actually upgrade it and all that stuff. Now, for free, I don't know if that means that it's going to be in the store where you can just buy it, or if just the upgrades are free or whatever, it may be. But just to let you guys know, this is where it's at, so if you want to keep that in mind when the patch comes out, you can get your free upgrades and all that stuff and go on your way with your rat loader. The next car we have is the Sultan. Now, this one I've done a video on, but I figured I might as well do a little updated video. I'll link the original Sultan video just because it shows a little bit different way to find it. The way I'm going to show you guys here is pretty much 100% fail-proof. I mean, it took me 3 tries, or no, it took me 2 tries to actually find this. But basically what you want to do is come to the prison parking lot. Once you're here, if it's not spawned already, then all you're going to want to do is just find a new session. If you find a new session, it'll actually randomize the cars that spawn in the prison lot. And as you're going to see, some of the other cars, we do this as well. This is a really easy way to get cars that you want that maybe you can't find. Because as you see, once we change sessions and we get to a new lobby, then there is a bunch of Sultans over here, and to make it the Sultan RS, I think you got to put a roll cage on it. I'm not exactly sure. I know somebody, I think it's either that or the chassis, I don't know, but either way, it's a really fun car, and if you don't have it already, that is the way to find it. Next car, we have 2 different versions of it. There's actually 3 different versions, but I figured I might as well not put the third one in. I will if you guys want me to, but we have the BF Surfer. Now, this one is a van, and it is slow. Like, I could probably run faster than this thing. This thing is absolutely slow, but it is pretty rare. You don't really see these driving around too often. As you can see, there's a couple spots you can find them, mostly around beaches. The one that I found it the most is this one by the Pay and Spray near the Los Santos airport. You find it on the beach. Sometimes there will be the surfboard on top of it, sometimes it's not, but this is the clean version. The paint's clean, there's no rust on it. Also, if you want the one with the surfboard on it, the best place I found it, again, it spawns pretty much anywhere, they all spawn, but I found it spawned the easiest at this location. This is sort of by the beach again, but it's on the other side of the map, as you see on the map right there. This one's also a clean version, but again, this one has the surfboard on top of it, so if you want to get that extra addition, that is pretty cool. And then the reason I didn't put the rusty edition in this one is because I figured a lot of you guys probably, if you'd want this car or this van, you probably don't want the rusty version. If you do though, I'll definitely go find it and let you guys know where it's at, but you can just let me know in the comments. The next vehicle we have is a truck, and this one is called the Bobcat XL. This one is found by the lower docks, as you see on the map. This one can also be found just driving around on there or just parked, you know, near the storage containers or the storage facilities. It's kind of an oldish looking truck. You know, as you can see, some of the other cars, they have backs on them. I think the one I'm actually driving has a back on it. Some of the other ones don't. This is definitely an off-road vehicle. Also, because this has a back to it, you can actually have people ride in the back, which is awesome. That, you know, means more people can be in your car. Also, it's not the greatest truck, you know, it doesn't have the best performance, but it is pretty cool looking, you know, if you want a different type of truck other than the Sand King. So that's that. Moving on, we have the Western Daemon, or Daemon, I don't really know how you say that, but this one's actually a bike. And it kind of reminds me of a Harley Davidson bike. This is definitely a bike you want to show off to your friends. And as you can see, we're in the golf course parking lot. And again, with this one, if you can't find it here, then just find a new lobby. And, you know, eventually it'll spawn. This one's actually not that rare, so you do find it a decent amount of times compared to some of the other cars that spawn over here. I haven't really seen people driving around too often in this, so definitely if you want this, this is the spot to find it. And then last but not least, we have the Obey Tailgater. This one is probably the hardest out of any of the cars we're going to cover. This is probably the hardest to find. And it's not even really to find, but it's just the hardest to get to spawn. As you can see, we are in the golf course parking lot yet again. Now, this is a good spot for it. Also, the movie studio, where like the guys dressed in aliens and stuff and spaceships, that's also a spot that this spawns. But I found the golf course is probably a little bit better spot. And again, with this one, if you don't find it the first time, then just find a new session. But I will say that it will spawn easier for you if you go to your text messages, find the car list Simeon gave you. Usually, he'll send you a text message as soon as you get into a new lobby. And if on that car list, there's a Tailgater, it usually will spawn more than it would if it's not on that list. So if you just want to find a new session, now again, I don't know how you find, or I don't know how you get a new car list from Simeon, but I think if you join a new lobby, it might switch it. But that is the way to find it. And as you can see, there was like once we got one, and this is the same with all the cars. Once you get one, you know, they kind of all start spawning. That's how GTA works. Also, if one of your friends may have one of these rare cars and you drive it in the area where the cars are located or can be found, then that definitely increases your chances of finding the car. So just keep that in mind as well if you want to try that too. But that is it with this first video. I'll try to get part 2 up to later today, but there's been a pretty cool little snippet of information about some future DLC type of stuff that has been out. So I might do that video, and then we might move part 2 to tomorrow, and then part 3, and then part 4 on Monday. But we'll see. Let me know if you guys, you know, want to see it sooner or later. Also, let me know in the comments if you want to see the supercars and stuff like that. Again, I know you can't get those in your garage, but if you want them, I'll you know, show you where they're at. And then lastly, again, I know some of these cars aren't as rare as others, so if you know where they're at, congratulations. But don't leave stupid comments in the comment section. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, like it, share it, subscribe. Let's see if we can hit over that 2,000 mark for likes. That'd be amazing. But anyway, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.